Assalamu alaikum. Hello everyone. I'm Zentar Yassine, PhD student at University of Mohammed Bouguer Merdes. First of all, I'd like to thank the organizer of this conference. I'm very honored to participate on the first international conference on materials and energies in University of Tamanrasset. My presentation is entitled by Light-Induced Lifetime Degradation in Silicon Wafers with and Without Gathering. This work is a study done in a research center in semiconductor technology for the energetic CRTSE in Algiers. In oxygen-rich and boron-doped Korolsky ground silicon, commonly used in the fabrication of crystalline silicon solar cells, elimination or injection of excess carriers leads to a severe reduction of the carrier lifetime. The effect of light-induced degradation (LID) of the carrier lifetime is well known in boron-doped p-type silicon wafers and solar cells, and it's generally thought that the LID is caused by increased minority carrier recombination in the bulk of crystalline silicon. Of course, over the last 40 years, this phenomenon has been studied intensively, and it had been found that the magnitude of degradation seems to be related to the simultaneous presence of boron and oxygen in silicon materials. The objective of this study is performed a series of LID degradation protocol on silicon Korolsky wafers with and without phosphorus scattering under 0.3 suns during 24 hours. Before LID step, two patches have undergone a regeneration protocol at 200 degrees, and the third one hasn't undergone any treatment. It is as a reference. Also, during the experiment, effective carrier lifetime were measured at determined interval until total degradation. Some details of our experimental. The sample investigated in this study have an initial thickness around 360 micrometer, with resistivity is 2.8, and the concentration of boron is 5 times 10 to the 15th per cubic centimeter. Also, the concentration of interstitial oxygen is 8 times 10 to the 17th per cubic centimeter. The effective carrier recombination or lifetime of silicon wafers was measured by means of contactless QSSPC method, and it is determined by the expression the inverse of the effective carrier lifetime equal the inverse of the bulk recombination center Shockley-Reed hole minus the inverse of the surface recombination. Results. The light degradation protocol of these samples with and without gathering was performed at a controlled temperature around 40 degrees, and the intensity of light is 0.3 suns during 24 hours. The figure 1 shows the effective carrier lifetime as a function of the elimination time. So we observed there is a pronounced degradation of the effective carrier lifetime under elimination of two samples investigated. The results show that the degradation proceeds in two steps. The first degradation observed is as a fast initial exponential decrease of the minority carrier lifetime. The second one is a slower asymptotic decay. The LID is more pronounced in the no-gathered one, as shown in figure 1, black open circle. The effective lifetime has been dropping from 45 microseconds to 39 microseconds, which represent 13% of the effective lifetime degradation, indicating that the metallic impurities have an additional degradation role during LID. For the second wafer, the effective carrier lifetime degradation in the gathered and regenerated silicon Korolsky wafer is about 15%, it has been dropping from 16.2 microsecond to 15.4 microsecond, as shown in Figure 1 blue closed circle. In addition, we have introduced a third wafer as a reference, and this one did undergo neither a gated process nor a regeneration protocol. In addition, we have introduced a third wafer as a reference, and this one did undergo neither a gathering process nor a regeneration protocol. The effective lifetime of this one has been dropping from 56 microsecond to 39 microsecond, which represent 30% of the effective lifetime degradation, as depicted in Figure 1 black closed circle. Also, we observe the effective lifetime of the reference wafer increased from 56 microsecond to 81 microsecond after 10 minutes of elimination. This increment is due to the dissociation of the iron-boron pairs, the results attesting that a fraction of the iron density has been reduced during the gathering process in bulk wafers. As a conclusion, the regeneration protocol at 200 degrees presents an efficient route to mitigate the metastable boron oxygen defect during allied step, and the gathering process attenuate more efficiently this degradation due probably to neutralization of metallic element